inspect next the tire. I want to check the inside tire wall, make sure that there's no cracks or bulges or cuts. I also check the inside of the rim, make sure there's no cracks or welds. Brings me right to the top of the tire where I want to ICD the tire. I stands for inflation. Two proper ways to check the inflation. I can use a mallet and do a tire thump. I can also come down to the valve stem and check the valve stem with a tire gauge, make sure that I have about 100 pounds pressure. Check the sidewall for the manufacturer's specifications on that. C is for the condition of the tire. I want to make sure that there's no uneven tread wear and that it's even all the way around. And D is for tread depth. The depth of the tire on the front tire should be at least 4/32 tread depth. After I ICD the tires, I come to the outside and I do a spiral inspection. I check the sidewall, make sure that there's no cuts or bulges on this sidewall. I go right to the rim. I check the rim and I scan the rim for any cracks or welds. I go to each lug nut. I want to make sure that each one is present and tight. And then I spiral into the hub. Here there's a sight glass. Sometimes you can see the hub oil level. Other times you have to pop that cap off and actually look down in and verify there's enough oil in here, usually somewhere in this range. Okay, this completes this side of the vehicle. Let's go around the other side, finish the engine compartment, the other side of the drive axle. Okay, we come to this side of the engine compartment. I want to do a top-down inspection again. I start at the top. I'm going to start with my engine coolant. I'm going to look for the fisheye that'll show me that there's ample coolant. Or if the engine's cool, I can pop the cap and look right in there and see that there's ample coolant. Work my way down, checking any hoses and the clamps, make sure everything's secured. I don't see any hoses or wires loose or hanging. Okay, we want to check the oil by pulling the dipstick. I want to wipe it clean and then dip it back in and make sure I get an accurate reading. Pull it out. I want to make sure that I'm at the full line, and it needs to be somewhere between the full and the add down here. I finished scanning the side of the motor. This comes to the air compressor. This generates the air. You can see that there's no belt attached to it, so this is a gear-driven air compressor. I want to specifically mention that it's gear-driven. Follow my hoses, looking and listening for any air leaks. Come to the front of the vehicle here with the rest of the belts. I want to specifically see that my belt's attached to the water pump. The water pump's attached, I don't see any signs of any leaks. And I follow that down to the front of the vehicle, again making sure all hoses and electrical lines, everything's properly attached. From the front of the engine, I've come to scan the frame as much as I can see, checking for any cracks or welds in the frame.